Jen, welcome to Blythe Bags. And today's video is really cool. I was tagged by my friend Roxy from Roxy's Reruns. And she is so sweet and kind and always very positive. I'm going to link her channel. Please check out her channel. She's amazing. I love Roxy. And she tagged me in this video that was originally started by Winnie of Winnie BLV. And many people have done the video. I saw Winnie's, I saw Dawn's, I saw Roxy, Rachel of Bag Babes Coterie. Many people have done this challenge, but I was tagged by Roxy. And this bag, I actually just showed this bag like 2 weeks ago or last week. I unboxed Kendra the Bibliophile. And it made me think like I could actually use this bag. I had the bag out to film, and I'm like, I'm going to use the bag because our dog Savannah, you've seen her on my channel. She's 11 and she's a Westie. And every Friday she gets a B12 shot, and every other Friday she gets the B12 shot. Plus she gets her glucose levels checked. She gets blood work every 2 weeks. And I need a bag to carry things in. And sometimes the crossbody, because I carry her a lot because she's only like 16 pounds. So I pick her up and it's just easier to carry her in and out. And with the crossbody, and if she sees something and it's just the crossbody doesn't work on vet days. So I started using this bag. This is a 2007 Louis Vuitton Hampstead PM bag in Damier Ebene. So, and I love this bag. I got this bag at Brand Off Tokyo, but their Ginza location. I speak about it a lot because I frequent that store a lot. We stay at the Tokyo Station Hotel. It's like a 5-minute walk from there. And they have really great things in there. I mean, all of the pre-loved shops and the vintage shops have amazing finds, but I always find something great in that store. And I got this bag, I think 3 years ago. And I paid 1,100 US for this bag. I don't remember if that was before or after the tax, because you get the tax back if you have your passport with you. So, and I think on certain things, it's not everything, and I think you have to spend at least $100 to get that, but you do. And I could be wrong. I don't remember, but I'm always, it doesn't really matter because I always spend over $100 anyway. So I've never not gotten tax back. And this bag was in A-rated condition. It still is. It's a beautiful bag. There's not a scratch or a mark on this bag. It is a great bag. And this challenge is, what is the value in your bag? So, you always know what you paid for the bag, and you never think like, what are all the contents? Like, what are you carrying around, monetarily? So I thought, this is going to be really fun, but it's going to be really scary at the same time to figure out what I'm carrying around. So the bag costs $1,100. My phone, which would normally be in the bag, I'm using to film this video. And that is a iPhone Pro Max 17. And I just got it a few months ago, and it was $13.99. So already we're up in the thousands already, multiple thousands. And then I will show you everything else in the bag. I think I added it up pretty close, but I mean, I could be wrong because some things I just don't remember. So first would be the matching wallet, which I also got in Tokyo, but not at the same store. I ended up getting this in Amore has a men's store that I never even knew existed, but I was looking for the wallet. I told them what I was looking for, and they said our men's store might have that because they have like mostly wallets and belts and things like that. It was hard to find. My friend Mika, who is from Tokyo, it was hard for her to find. So, but we did end up finding it. Is off the beaten path. Is not right near all the other vintage and pre-loved. So we found it, and I paid $550 for this, which sounds a lot, but it's in very good condition. It's a beautiful wallet, and I think it's just called the Damier Zip Wallet. Nothing fancy. And then I have my umbrella. This is a Tokyo 2020 Olympics umbrella. And Yoshi gave this to me. Yoshi, she knows of course, my Olympics story. She's been my friend since 2013, so she knows everything. And she gave me like a little package. She put together a package. after I wasn't able to go to the Olympics, and she put this in there. And I think, if I remember, it was around $20 for this, like the conversion US dollars. So I have the Olympics umbrella, which is like really nice and small, and it fits right in. It has the Olympic emblem on it. It's really cool. And it's today I would need it. It looks like it's going to pour any second. And then I have my glasses. These are Coach, and I know I should be wearing them, but I really never wear them. I should be, but I never do. But these are the transition lens glasses. So when I'm outside, they turn into sunglasses. So I don't have to carry like multiple pairs of glasses. And I bought them specifically for that, especially when we travel, because you don't, I'm not carrying this size of a bag when I travel. I'm carrying a small bag. I want to put my glasses on and leave them on all day and not have to worry about, multiple pairs of glasses. Plus, if you lose them, you're only losing one pair of glasses. I cannot tell you how many I lose sunglasses all the time. It drives my husband crazy because prescription sunglasses are not inexpensive. And I think these glasses, because they're the transitions, I'm going to say with the frames and the transitions, I'm going to say it was about 600. I'm probably way off, but who knows? So we'll say that, because the frames, I think Coach frames are at least 250, and I know I paid a lot for the transition lenses plus the prescription and the anti-glare, and they get you pay for every little thing. And then I have my mag charger for my phone. This was $99. And my AirPods, these have the noise cancellation. I think these were $199. And then I have protein bar, because you never know if you're sitting at the vet. So like I said, it could be 10 minutes, it could be 45 minutes. Because they take her into the back and they do all the testing and all that. And then they bring her back in the room, and then you're waiting for the vet. So you're like, I'm there for a while, 45 minutes on average. And then what else do I have? This makeup bag, I don't know where it came from. It was a freebie, so we're calling this a $0, because it came with some kind of, I don't know if it wasn't skincare, because it would be Lancome. I don't know if it was a sunblock or a self tanner or something like that, but it came with something I bought. Okay, of course the doorbell had to ring while I was doing this. So again, this is just a little mesh makeup bag that I got with like some sunblock or something like that. I don't remember, so we're counting this as a 0. And then inside, I have my inhaler. So, because I have seasonal asthma, and now with the pollen out there, it's crazy. There's pollen everywhere. This is a cleaner for your phone or for your iPad. It's got a spray. You spray it, and then the sides of this are felt, so you can clean your screen of your phone, your iPad, whatever you need to. And I got this as like at a Target checkout line or something. It was like $4.99, so $5. This is Bye Bye Under Eye by IT Cosmetics. I don't know, maybe $18 for that. This is Revlon Color Stay Lip Gloss. But this, ladies, ladies, this is Revlon Color Stay Over Time. It says it lasts 16 hours, and it does. So you have the lipstick part here. You have the gloss part, which is like keeps the lipstick on. And you can put it on in the morning, go out to lunch, you do not have to reapply this. It lasts all day. I don't know why I have 2 in here, but I do. And this is on Amazon. It's like $11. It's not like the cheapest Revlon, but it lasts, and it's not as expensive as I have Givenchy lipstick, costs like $30, and it doesn't last for 5 minutes. So this is from Yokohama. It is a natural balm, a multi-balm. So there's no scent or anything. You can use this on your hands, on your lips, or wherever you need it. And we had spent 2 days in Yokohama last year with our friends, and I loved it. And this has a picture of the red brick district on there, and that's like the inside of the red brick district is now all like individual shops. They sell everything from candles and soaps, and there's even a leather maker there, and this like silver jewelry. They have everything. So I got that there. I don't remember what I paid for that. I don't know the conversion. I probably paid like $3 with the conversion. And then I have some Estee Lauder, beautiful. And okay, this was not cheap. This is Tatcha. It's a Japanese brand, and this is a serum stick. I haven't even used this yet. It's brand new. And you just use it like, under your eyes, or if you have like a dry patch, works really well. But this was not inexpensive. I think this tube was like $25, but I could be wrong, but it was not cheap. Then I have some Sustain eye drops, and this is a hand sanitizer, but the spray, because I don't like the gel stuff. It's kind of gross. And then I just have like miscellaneous, like, wet wipes, more eye drops, alcohol wipes, some Blistex. So just the typical stuff. So I'm going to say, because these two things were not inexpensive, plus these, I'm going to be conservative because this is like, 18 bucks for that. I'm going to say this is like a $60 thing. I could be wrong. It could be more, but for this purpose, I'm just going to say 60. So that is my makeup bag. I mean, this is literally what I use. I have all those Louis Vuitton pochettes as well, but for this, I was just throwing stuff in my bag, and it was already packed, and I just take it from one bag to the other. So nothing fancy. And the biggest item in my bag is this book. This is Ask Not by Maureen Callahan. If you've seen her YouTube channel called The Nerve, then you know exactly what this book is. If you haven't seen her YouTube channel, check out her YouTube channel. She's fantastic. This is a New York Times bestseller. She's had many New York Times bestselling books. And this book, Ryan Murphy tried to buy the rights to this book before. He just did that miniseries on John F. Kennedy Jr. and Karen Bassett. It didn't happen. She wasn't doing it. And he still took stuff out of here anyway. But if you watch her show, you know. If you know, you know. And this is the story of the Kennedy men and the women who they destroyed. So it's not just former President John F. Kennedy, who I love because without him, we would not have the space program. Say what you want about it. I'm not getting into all this Gen X, there was no landing on the moon stuff. I have my Bachelor of Science degree in space science. I love the space program. We lived in Central Florida. I've gone to the Space Center. We had annual passes. I've done every special event there. I've done dinner with the astronauts. I've done dining under the stars with the astronauts. I've done lunch with the astronauts. I've had books signed there by Buzz Aldrin and Jim Lovell, who is my favorite astronaut, and many of the shuttle astronauts, including Wendy Lawrence, who was one of my professors when I was in school. She was on 3 shuttle missions. So I love the space program. I would love to be living back in Florida and work in some capacity. I don't even care if I'm a tour guide. Honestly, I just want to work for the Space Center. I always wanted to, but when the program ended, a lot of people in Central Florida lost their jobs. So when the shuttle program ended, a lot of people lost their jobs, and now the private sector is booming. Even the defense companies, the private defense companies, Lockheed Martin and General Dynamics, they all are working with satellites and launching satellites. So there's a huge presence again on the Space Coast. But this book goes very deep into, not of course just, Jackie Kennedy, but and Marilyn Monroe, but he had affairs with his interns, secretaries, President Kennedy was doing some stuff. And it also talks about, of course, John F. Kennedy Jr. And I met John and with my mom. We were in the city and we were walking up 57th from 5th. So the Chanel building was on our right hand side, and we were walking up 5th, where like long before the Russian Tea Room, but on 5th Avenue, that way going towards the Russian Tea Room on that same side of the street. And here he comes walking down the street. I don't even think I was paying attention, but my mom, Hawkeye, saw him. And as he came closer, my mom said, John, good morning. He was like, good morning, ladies. How are we today? And we said, we're doing great. It's so nice to meet you. He said, it's a pleasure to meet you. And I mean, he was just so charismatic and beautiful. If you don't think that he was beautiful, I'm telling you, in person, the way he carried himself and the way he looked, he had the suit on. He had the full-length camel colored wool coat on with the leather gloves. And he was absolutely beautiful. And my mom was like, John, can we buy you a cup of coffee? And I'm like, Mom, he could literally buy like every person in Manhattan a cup of coffee. So he was very, very nice to us. And it was like before the days of selfies and stuff. And so, there was no picture opportunity or anything like that. It was just a quick little chat on 57th Street. And I will always remember it. And yes, he is beautiful. So if you don't believe that, if you don't think so, then that's your prerogative. But I'm telling you, as somebody who saw him up close, the man was beautiful. And so I just started reading this book, and I'm carrying it with me. As I said, because we're going to the vet with Savannah, and I don't know if I'm going to be in there for 10 minutes or an hour and 10 minutes. You just never know. So I just started it. If anyone else wants to read this, I will wait because I've never been in a book club. And if you want to start a little book group, it was $20 on Amazon. I'm sure by now they have like the soft cover or the paperback or the electronic version. I like to hold the book. Did I think I was going to be carrying it around every week? No. But as I said, it's a New York Times bestseller. She has a fantastic YouTube channel, and I'm looking forward to get into this book. So that is everything I have in my bag. The way I added it up was like $39.50. I could be wrong. It could be more than that, but that's like a good rough estimate. And the other thing that I have in my bag, and I don't even think I added this up into it, is the bag organizer, which I probably paid $18 on Amazon. Okay, so this is just a video that's not gonna. I had to stop this video. I can't tell you how many times, but then it was Amazon and then UPS, and I think the last thing I said before I had to stop the camera was that the bag insert was $18 or $20. So we'll call it 18 because I don't think they're more than that on Amazon, and I have so many of them, but I always pay around the same. It's always around like $18. So I was at 3,950 before the bag organizer, so about 39.70. And I'm sure I don't know what I added correctly or not. I probably undervalued some things. I just know for sure, like the phone, the wallet, the bag, the Apple stuff. This book was 20 because I went back and looked on my Amazon, and I was like, oh, I paid $20 for that. So very close to $4,000 that we're carrying around, and I'm pretty sure Dawn was at 4,000 also because I remember her. I'm pretty sure her thumbnail even said like I'm carrying around $4,000. So it actually is very kind of like eye opening that we really carry that much value with us every day, and it makes you think like, if you lost your wallet and your phone right there, your whole world gets turned upside down. So it was really fun to do the challenge. Thank you, Roxy, for tagging me. It was the first time anybody ever tagged me in a bag video. And I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. Please check out her video. I'm going to link all the ladies' videos that I know did this challenge below. And again, if anybody wants to read along with me to the Ask Not book, it's going to be really good because I know I watch her show and she talks about many things with John F. Kennedy Jr. He had like a death wish. He was a, risk taker, and he not only turning off instrumentation and communication when he took that last flight with his wife, Jacqueline Bissett Kennedy, but when he was dating Daryl Hannah, he took her. He was always doing these stunts, these one-off stunts. He took her dog out for a walk, and the dog got killed. He had another girlfriend. I think it was in between Daryl Hannah and Carolyn Bessette. But the girl had broken her leg. I forget what kind of accident she had. She broke her leg, and he made her go kayaking. And he was being like, Mr. Funny, and he flipped the kayak, and they both almost died because she had a cast on her leg, and he couldn't keep himself up and her. They both almost drowned. So there was many. She discusses this a lot on her YouTube. So I can't wait to like get into the book and read what really happened, she speaks to a lot of people, a lot of family members of Carolyn Bessette, people she used to work with, and Calvin Klein. So there's quite a lot of good information in here. So if anybody wants to read along with me, I'd love it. I will wait. I just started it. And I hope you enjoyed this fast little video, and we will see you the next time.